Well, welcome to the Hank Weena Band Theater again. Tonight, I'm going to read a story, kind of short story. Like in the old days when they used to tell stories, remember? They used to tell stories in the old days, sit by the campfire. Well, this one's called Mr. Shorey, and if you have a feeling for the state of Maine, you came to the right spot. Mr. Shorey, 1969, Pittsfield, Maine. Mr. Shorey ruled the dairy farm in Pittsfield, Maine. I worked for him back, as mentioned, 1969. Having lived in the multi-calibrated Boston for the first 26 years of my life. It was a culture shock to be in the country and to walk upon the earth, not the concrete, to breathe the country air, to behold the majesty of the pine, to go on weekend trips to Sand Harbor. That was in my 69 brand spanking new Volkswagen. 1800 to buy from Waterville, Maine, and $3.50 to fill up the gas tank. Oh boy. and visit Bucksport. Now I'm just name dropping. Bucksport, Belfast, Freedom, Troy, and of course Skowhegan. I'll tell you something about Skowhegan later. Long trips to Mount Katahdin. Hiked up Mount Katahdin. I didn't want to, but I was forced to. It was a macho thing, you know how it gets. And then up to Presque Isle in Aroostook County, up north. Old town canoes and put them in the Kennebec and Penobscot rivers, Unity Lake, and beheld the creation in a profound awe. Thoughtfully placed their oars with a mystic motion in the style of Henry David Thoreau. That is to say, within the creation and one with it. Kind of hitting there at the Penobscot, Massasoit, and Iroquois. American Indians. Well, anyway, now getting down to the point. Mr. Shorey had only his left eye. The other one was going to be operated on, so he was operating for a while with one eye and presided over the dairy farm on the Heartland Road in the country. And in the sense of the cows moving through the evening rain of Pittsfield, Maine. Don't confuse it with Pittsfield, Massachusetts, where Herman Melville lived for a while. 10 miles north of Waterville, within the short range through the Atlantic pine of Skowhegan. There's the Skowhegan again. Now, Skowhegan is where Professor Debe lived, professor of Suffolk University, and his family owned the Belmont Hotel. And Professor Debe knew 20 languages. 20 languages. More on that at some future time. Oftentimes, when the moon was full, when Mrs. Shorey and the rest of the family had gone to bed, he, Lee Shorey, would drive the honey wagon to the back 40 and perform his Indian-esque, for lack of a better term, rituals. He stood deep and dirty in the back of the honey wagon, raised his arms prayerfully, craggy palms up, but not pontificatingly, and with a croaky voice, almost sang it out. Well, lads, it's the king of illusion. Almost sorry to tell you, lads and lassies, it's all a son of a bitch illusion. It's a child song heard by a firefly on the marsh of infinity. It's a blackbird through the hurricane. No. It's a lost monk who may never find his way, and the one without a name. And blind faith, do not hide in the cave, could you be? You know what I mean? Keep on the move, vultures, sift the earth of those that convert into a black book of hatred. Day dawns, but inevitably resolves into endless night where a great sail wavers the big wind. And when did faint these stairs and all the dreams of wild paint them, or never paint them all over the entire ship? Ha ha ha! Chew on that one. Okay, now we're going. I worked the Heartland Road. And it was wonderful where I could drive the jaunts and experience coming from the city, from the streets of Boston to the paths in the forests of the Northeast. The glorious state of Maine. The glorious state of Maine. This one is called Mike and Karen. 2 years now married. And this is the harmonica song. You could probably tell that Mr. Shorey was my hero for being a real man, not one that just put your arm down or pump 1,600 pounds or do one-hand push-ups. He was a real man. He didn't boast about his strength. He had that strength of the earth. The strength of the earth. The strength of the earth.